impatient for our fans to actually be able to hear all of the album, and be able to have it and sit with it, because I think they'll be really happy.
See, Chris is cool like that. He's impatient for the fans. I'm more cynical, like, well, hurry up, whatever.
Have you done for the fans or for yourself?
Well, for us first, really.
Yeah.
The approach for us has always been making music that we all four like, ever since the very beginning. And I think over time, which includes now, after a 15-year break, we just got better and better at that communication. It didn't get harder with time, it got easier with time. And also, I think we got more bold with each other over time, just because when any of us individually would bring in a song that you're not sure would make a Soundgarden song, or you're not sure the other three guys would like, there's always been a lot of support.
Yep.
I remember back, I was going through like a hard time during Bad Motor Finger, where I was really isolating a lot, and I wrote a lot of song ideas and recorded them and spent a lot of time demoing. And I played these guys the songs, and everyone was really supportive, but I knew even when I just started playing them, it was like 6 songs, I think, that somehow I had just gone down a weird road that wasn't right. And I remember Kim talking about it in like a really supportive way. It's trying to say all of the things about that particular group of songs that was positive, but communicating that maybe somehow they needed something for us to be able to turn them into real songs, or songs that would work or that would be fun. Mm-hmm. And I immediately, of course, went back and started writing new stuff, and different things, and that never happened to me really again. And I think maybe it was because of that. Like, I didn't have that fear of that happening anymore, and so maybe I didn't go down so far down a bad road musically, because that fear wasn't there anymore. And because I knew the support was there. Maybe I wasn't overthinking it anymore. But there was that's happened a few times. Usually now, if it happens to me, it happens with one song, and I kind of figure it out before I spend a month on it.
Yeah, it's relying on the confidence and respect of the other guys in the band. So, especially when it comes to writing songs with us, it's for us.
Yeah.
It's a massively cool thing if your bandmates are friends and brothers like these guys are to me. It's really cool. If they dig a song, then you're on the right way. Yeah. And then hopefully the fans will dig that or get into it from there.
I don't know. I think that's what, in a sense, for us, when we were just talking now, it kind of occurred to me that maybe part of the reason why it was so easy for us to start writing songs again and to make an album that we all really care about is because we had a 15-year break.
And also the growing pains of going through that whole superstars thing, or getting popular and known, and people treating you different or whatever. We've already been through that, all that weird awkwardness of realizing that. We've already been through that. And what it really comes down to is we were always about the songs and the music. We weren't into the whole other world stuff of that, of being in a band for certain reasons. The band Soundgarden was always about the music. We always focused on that, and that's what we do, and that's what we care about, and that's what we're about. We were always a family band. Like, we were never rock stars. We were called Soundgarden because of that. Because you go by our dressing rooms at these big rock concerts, we're opening for Guns N' Roses and like the big rock and roll circus, and there might be a jazz record on.
But there was like an existential crisis that happened for everybody, in that we were part of the post-punk indie scene. Soundgarden formed in 1984. Any of us really wanted to do was be able to release indie records and tour and participate in that scene, because that was the music that we loved, and it was like a dream come true to be able to do it. And then the idea of reaching a larger audience always made sense to me, because Soundgarden got to the top of the indie food chain right away, And the notion to me was we're going to make the music that we want to make and write the songs we want to make no matter what. So the more people that we can get to listen to it, the better, and the better service we'll do humanity by getting an audience and giving an audience music that maybe they can't get anywhere else. But that also put us kind of in the middle of, and it put Nirvana and Pearl Jam and everyone in the middle of commercial rock, which was the opposite of how we started, and that was a difficult adjustment for everyone. I saw everyone freak out.
That existential wipeout. It's like getting thrown into a gunny sack or a burlap sack and tied in with all these other things, and then having that you created thrown in that gunny sack and then taken away and distributed everywhere else instead of actually being the way that you do it or meant it or seen. None of us ever called it grunge.
No.
So right off the bat, it's like, what the hell is that? Oh, okay, the gunny sack is invented. Now let's throw all these things in there. Now tie it up. Now take it away from them.
No more timelines, no more individuality, and no more actual acute history for individual band members or real influences.
It's weird, and you could go on forever thinking about that.
It's like 8 years ago or 7 years ago, I was going through Rolling Stone magazine, and there was an article on Creed where the singer was talking about how he had just discovered Led Zeppelin, and I thought, well, it's kind of like, wow, he must be really happy. But then I also thought, imagine all of the really obscure music that we were listening to that was really, really difficult to find. Like, how did it take anyone that long, especially a musician, that long to discover Led Zeppelin? Because that's at least one thing right in front of you.
2 days ago.
Who's that? The Beatles. That'll never fly.